Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a kind of demo slash product review of a couple of illuminating face powders that I have. You guys know that Jaclyn Hill kind of mentioned this Lancôme powder and just got all sorts of buzz going around this powder, and that's been a while ago. But I was looking through my analytics on my YouTube channel. One of the items that is highly searched on my channel is this Lancôme powder, and I've mentioned it a few times on my channel. It's been in my favorites. I use it all the time, but I haven't ever done a review on it, and I thought maybe let me go ahead and give the people what they want and give you guys a review of this product and just tell you more details about it, because I haven't actually done that in the past. And while I was at it, I knew that I had this other powder. This is a Becca powder. It's illuminating as well. This one is a little bit more affordable and it has some similar qualities. It's not talked about as much as this Lancôme powder is, but I just thought I would do a little bit of a comparison and see what their similarities and differences are for you guys. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for joining me for today's video. If you are new to my channel, please make sure that you click that subscribe button, or whichever side. Please make sure you click that subscribe button, that way you won't miss any of my uploads, and also make sure that you turn on the notification bell so that you'll be notified every time I post a new video. Also guys, I've been told in the comments by a few of my subscribers that they don't get notifications from YouTube whenever I post new videos. So make sure that you check back here weekly, because I do upload videos weekly most of the time. Sometimes it may go a little longer than a week, but most of the time I upload at least one video per week. So make sure that you check back here on a regular basis. You guys may have noticed that I did something a little different with my lighting. I'd love to hear your feedback. I have a couple of spotlights pointing at my background and they are lower than me here. And I kind of like what I'm seeing in the viewfinder, but I'd love to hear your perspective. Just let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I'd love to hear more about it. Alright, so let's get on to the review. I have on a full face of makeup except for my setting spray and my highlighter. The reason I did that is I kind of read up on these two products, and one of them actually tells you to put it on at the end of your makeup routine. So this one is the Lancôme Absolue Powder Radiant Smoothing Powder in the shade Absolute Golden. It comes with a puff, a velour puff that has seen better days. It has a sifter and it looks like this, and as you can tell, it lasts a long time. I have used quite a bit of this, but I have a long way to go before it's empty. And the Lancôme has 0.352 ounces. That's how much is in the Lancôme. The Becca one is in a beautiful package, and the Lancôme is pretty too, but I really like this Becca packaging. This one is called Becca Soft Light Blurring Powder. Golden Hour is the shade that I chose, and this one has 0.35 ounces in it. This one has a sifter as well, and as you can see, this is what this one looks like. When I was purchasing the Absolute powder, the sales clerk pointed out one of their brushes that looked like this that was best for applying it. I already had one from Morphe, so this is the Morphe M406 brush, and this is the one that I always use to apply this powder, okay? The Becca one has a nice Kabuki brush that is available for purchase. Now this may apply fine with another Kabuki brush if you have a different brand, but because this one was a set, I went ahead and got this one, and I'm glad I did. I have used this without this brush, and I didn't like it as much. So I prefer using the Becca powder with the brush that comes with it. I'm going to apply the Lancôme powder on the right side of my face, and I will apply the Becca powder to the left side of my face. I'll finish with my highlighter and setting spray, and while it sets, we'll just talk about the descriptions of each of the products, okay? So I usually just put a small amount in the cap here. This is the Lancôme one. I'll swirl my brush around, tap off excess, and here we go. And usually when I use the Lancôme powder, I apply it earlier in the process. But again, one of these products, we'll find out in a moment, said to put it on at the end. So I'm just going to do it that way today. bit more today. Okay. Alright, so that's what the Lancôme powder looks like. Now on to the Becca powder. Same thing, we'll put a small amount. We'll start off there. Take your brush, swirl it around, tap off excess. Okay, here we go. It's going on the left side.
After watching this back, I realized that applying either powder on top of blush and bronzer caused my blush and bronzer to be less visible, so my recommendation would be to apply the powders first, then apply blush and bronzer.
Here's what we look like after applying both powders. The Becca powder, Lancôme powder. Alright, so I'm going to go with this, there's a Becca highlighter. I'm going to use the Becca highlighter. This is in rose gold. I decided to go with this one because it's more subtle and I want it to be more about these two powders that I'm wearing, but I still want to put a little bit of highlighter on. So here we go. I'm setting today with the Kat Von D setting spray. So, you know, I'm gonna let the setting spray kind of set everything and bring it all together, and then we'll take a closer look at my face. You guys remember this book? Look at it. I have it taped up. It's been through some things. It's seen better days. Okay, so I still use it to put all my beauty room notes in it. So the Absolute powder claims to give you even tone and luminous skin, color clarity technology with soft focus micro sparkles. It diminishes imperfections for naturally even and glowing complexion, luxuriously soft powder, and it doesn't cake or settle. Okay, that's some of what the Lancôme powder claims. The Becca says, veil to blur imperfections, set makeup with subtle radiance, and add dimension while eliminating shine for natural looking perfected finish. Ultimate filter, doesn't cake or settle, velvety finish, last step in your makeup routine. The Becca one is the one that tells you to put it on last. And they do have other shades. The Becca one is paraben free, sulfate free, and pH something free. Okay, I don't know what it says here. The Becca powder comes in Pink Haze, I believe is the other shade. And the Lancôme powder comes in several other shades. Initially, I heard that the Absolute Golden was the only one that had the shimmer, but I'm really not sure about the other shades. This is the only one that I've tried. I'm not sure if that is the case or not. The Lancôme powder is $60. The Becca one is $38. Big difference, okay? All right, so let's take a good look at my skin here. I have my trusty Jerry box mirror here. And, I don't know. I don't know the difference. Let me really try hard to see a difference. Okay. I feel like the Becca side, did seem to blur more. So I feel like I got more blurred here in my pore area. And this one seems to be more luminous. So this side does seem to have more shimmer, more luminosity. And this one has shimmer and luminosity, but more blurring effect. Okay, I do, like, I'm looking at myself in the viewfinder. I feel like this has more of a filter, as it claims, than this side does on the Lancôme side. But I like both. So I recommend them both. I like them both. And you have to decide for yourself. But what I'll say is, don't try to use either of these powders as a setting powder. Like, it is not the same as your Laura Mercier or any of your matte setting powders. It will make your skin luminous. It is not something that you place like as an under eye setting powder. You just don't use it that way. You use it the way that I've demonstrated here by as dusting it on as a final step or after you've already set your makeup with your other powder, but not as a setting powder. And it adds a luminous glow, as you can see here, to my skin. I'm gonna do one more thing that I typically do. This is something that I would typically do when wearing these. And some of you may, after I do it, you may say, you just messed up your makeup. But I might take my powder brush if I feel like I'm glowing too much, and whatever's left on the brush, I'll just do this. Okay. So now I still feel luminous, but not overly shiny. Let's zoom in, guys, and take a closer look. Lancôme side, Becca side. So I really love both of these powders. When I first got this powder, I wasn't sure about it, but using it with this Kabuki brush makes all the difference. Like, don't apply it with just a regular powder brush. So I consistently use it with this brush and it makes a difference. I also, I think, try to use it as my only setting powder, and I don't like it that way. I like to set my face with my regular setting powders and then just dust this all over for a blurred finish. But again, it makes your skin radiant, and love it. With this one, I get like an all over glow, and I like that as well. It's not going to blur as much. It says that it evens your skin tone. Whenever I wear this Lancôme powder, it just adds this beautiful glow, and it is gorgeous. So it's just this beautiful final step in your makeup routine that is just going to add a glow. It's just gorgeous. You know, if you take pictures with it or if you film with it, it just makes you look so luminous. It's just pretty. It will accent a little bit of texture, I think. So just beware of that, but it's worth it because your skin just looks radiant and it's beautiful. If you like radiance and you like looking more dewy, but not feeling oily and dewy, but just kind of adding an extra little oomph, extra little glow, you will love these powders. You will absolutely love them. So you guys can tell for yourself, they're very similar. So if you don't have the coins for the Lancôme powder, you may be okay with just using the Becca powder. Either way, you're gonna have a luminous finish no matter which one you use. They're a little bit different as far as the finish, but it is so subtle and slight that you could do either one. Won't matter. You know, I'm gonna be extra, and I'm gonna continue to buy both of them. So I hope that you guys have enjoyed my demo / review of these two gorgeous powders. Please make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll be seeing you guys again very soon in my next video. So until the next time we meet again, this is Savvy signing out.